You may have heard of the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and wondered, is it true? Well, it is to an extent. Apples contain nutrients necessary to maintain a healthy immune system, which prevents us from getting sick and needing to visit the doctor. But how does our body gain nutrients from an apple? That's when the digestive process comes into play.
The digestive process or system can be broken down into 6 steps. Ingestion, the process of taking in food. Propulsion, the movement of food along the digestive tract. The mechanical and physical breakdown of food. The absorption of nutrients via the bloodstream. And the discharge of feces from the body. The process begins with the ingestion of food.
Once the food reaches your mouth, it begins to break down by mechanical digestion with teeth, otherwise known as chewing. Mechanical digestion physically prepares your food for chemical digestion. The mixing of food with saliva by tongue is also an example of mechanical digestion. Saliva contains enzymes such as salivary amylase, which chemically breaks down starches into glucose monomers. The result of chewing and mixing food with saliva is called bolus, which is then pushed down by the tongue and into the pharynx in preparation for swallowing. The bolus then moves into the esophagus. There, the contraction and relaxation of the muscles and organ walls involuntarily squeezes food along the tract, causing some mixing as well. This process is called peristalsis. As food travels down the esophagus, the stomach, lined with a mucous membrane acting as a protective coat and keeping it safe from digestion along with the food, is filled with the gastric acid secreted from gastric glands in the inner mucosa. The acidic juices are then met by the bolus. In the stomach, hydrochloric acid and enzymes called protease break down protein molecules into smaller chains of amino acids. In the stomach, the bolus is turned into chyme and churned until ready to move into the intestinal phase, which will slowly release the chyme into the duodenum to prevent overload in the intestine. In the duodenum, the chyme is met by several enzymes produced by accessory organs. This includes bile, produced by the liver, and breaks down fats into fatty acids, pancreatic juice from the pancreas, which contains enzymes that are necessary to break down proteins, fats, and starches into their most simple forms for absorption. The small intestine produces its own enzymes as well, which contribute mainly to the hydrolysis of polysaccharides. In the intestine, the chyme moves much slower to allow time for thorough digestion and absorption. The chyme is also moved by segmentation contractions, allowing it to move in both directions for better mixing and longer contact time with the intestinal walls. Most of digestion and absorption occurs in the small intestine, where the walls of the intestine absorb digested nutrients into the bloodstream, which is then delivered into the rest of the body. Undigested nutrients, mostly fiber and water, are then converted into feces through the large intestine. Bacteria found in the colon, known as gut flora, breaks down substances in the chyme not digestible by the human digestive system. A variety of vitamins, such as vitamin B, are absorbed through bacterial fermentation. Fecal matter is then stored in the rectum until it can be pushed out of the body. Your body uses the digestive system and its 6 steps to gain nutrients from food, such as apples.